How are you?
Here we are.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Did you do the panel already?
Yeah, we did the panel. You know what's funny is like we go from like energy at the panel, and then it's like, hey, hello, everyone.
I know.
And then after this, we go sign autographs,
Right.
and it's very much.
It's very fun.
I'm a
You don't know how
Gemini,
to
so I
feel,
definitely
right?
feel like I'm on a Gemini roller coaster.
Well, I think Pablo is the heart of the show, and I think so many people connect to him on a human level. So
Yeah.
can you talk a little bit about bringing, like, kind of grounding it in this crazy world?
Yeah, I think with Sam originally, he and I talked about how Pablo is the heart and the eyes of the audience, sort of, and so in this crazy world, I try to stay as grounded as I can possibly stay, but I think that there's one thing that he and I both want, and that's to be a hero, and to change the perception that people have of him. And so I think also he's looking for a family, and I think that I kind of got my TV family in this gig in the best way possible. I got all these great relatives and people to work with, and so I think also on the show it was about having Ash care about other people, and so you get to see Ash in a way where he's sort of like a father figure. I think more so this season you really see how he cares about everybody else a little bit more, because he realizes that if he loses them, he's by himself. So in that respect, I think it helps ground the whole story, and it's just because you care about the people around you. If you don't care about them, then why do you watch?
Michelle, as you join the cast in season 2, what is it like jumping into like an already established group of actors and a production schedule and all that? Is in such a crazy environment too?
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing.
I think the thing that's unique about this one, because I've done that before, jumped into the shows, but this one is unique because of the genre. It's unlike any other genre I've ever worked with, and the group is solid. Everybody knows their beat, crossing their T's, and they're also incredibly welcoming. I mean, Ray was right there the first day of work and giving me advice and just being right there for me. And Bruce, come on, Bruce Campbell. I could not be more giddy to work with Bruce Campbell. And it's like a free, comedic timing lesson that I would pay for, to just be there. I've never worked with an actor who has made me feel more brave to improv and to work on comedic timing and explore stuff than with Bruce Campbell. What I loved was the artistry of this show, the fact that it really has to do with the visuals, more so than any other show that I've actually been on. Our art department is amazing, outstanding. They work really long hours to make that blood, the gore, the vomit, all that stuff, body parts, guts, all that stuff so real. And it makes me giddy. I've become like a child on set. I'm literally like, it reminds me of why I became an actor in the first place. I said to someone else over there that the one thing I have to remind myself is to stop smiling so much when I'm on set, 'cause I'm just like, what are we doing? Oh my God, look at this. This is fantastic. Did I? It really has given me just butterflies. It's fabulous.
So what has it been like to watch the fan base grow with this? I mean, what kind of fan experiences have you had that stand out? Because I know that the conventions have just been nuts.
Well, the conventions are crazy, and I think that the one thing that I've sort of learned is the relationship that people have to, like, when they see a person on TV and then when they see them in person, and how they all want to buy me a drink and they all want to like treat me, and I'm like, well, I should be buying you the drink because you watch the show, so thank you. But I will say that what's cool is that what we're doing here, and it's all starting to click for me now after second season, but I realize that we are opening up the franchise to a whole other generation, and it's been around for 30 years, and what's cool is that I now get to be a part of the future of that, and hopefully it will last for another 30 years in whatever form it takes. And we're also diversifying the franchise by, having all of the new characters that we have on the show. And the fans seem to love that, because now more people can love The Evil Dead because it's accessible to them. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
blood.
Were you guys fans of Evil Dead before the show, or had you?
I was total fan. I mean, I went, even though I'm only 20, I remember going to a movie theater with like a friend or whatever, and we like snuck in. And back in the day, we used to do double features. I don't know if y'all remember all that, but we like pay once and then we like, oh, let's sneak into the other ones. And I went to see some movie, I don't even know what it was, hated it, we didn't like it, and we were like, this sucks, let's go. And we like snuck out and we're like, what is this? I don't know, let's go in. So the movie had already started. I didn't know what the hell I was watching. I was like, what is this? Is this comedy? Is it blood? And then like that sequence of the hand, I mean, it floored me. It floored me, and I was just like, this is, and once again, like, that is an amazing actor to do that, to be able to hold us while this is an insane scene. So I literally, like, it absolutely made an impact on me. I love the whole show. I also love that kind of stuff. I'm literally the audience for this. I sit on the couch and I'm like, yeah, oh, whoa, I have audible responses even when I'm by myself. But when this came in through my, appointment book, I was, giddy. I was like, oh please. I would love to become part of this genre.
Yeah.
Become part of this thing that's iconic, and the fact that these guys have all welcomed me in the way that they have is just,
Well, we are very lucky to have.
it's a love fest.
Ray, you go ahead.
What's it like filming the scenes when you're possessed? Is it practical effects or
Oh.
digital effects?
It's practical. It is a mask that is glued on my face every day when I go to work. And then I have to eat lunch like that because if it's going to require, it's just going to take more time to get it off. And then I'm like, it's fine, I'll just eat like that. So we all sit in the cafeteria looking pretty funky. But I get really into it. I was a really big horror fan as a kid, and I loved like the bad guys in horror. I loved the monster and I loved the hero, and I wanted to be both. And I love that I get an opportunity to be both on this show. And I showed up for season 1, and I was like, I had like a voice for like the Necronomicon, and my voice, I lost my voice, but I wanted to do as much as possible to feel that way. And this season, I would run around the streets of Auckland at 4:30 a.m. with Requiem for a Dream in my ears and pretend like Ruby or the Necronomicon was like behind that bush. People think it's like I'm lying, but I was serious because we don't have the time to rehearse and to discover all those things. So I wanted to actually feel like these visions that Pablo's having are actually he's having them. And the soundtrack for Requiem is disturbing, so it helped. So I just love every single dark step of the way.
When you went into season 1 knowing that you were going to get possessed?
I did not know that I was going to be possessed. I just thought I was going to be, his sidekick and running around. And I thought when they possessed Dana that maybe it would come around to me. I thought maybe I would I thought I'd maybe have a sex scene with a Deadite or something like that.
Why not?
But maybe this year you might have that. Who knows? But I never thought that I would become so cemented into a core figure of the franchise. And this season, there's no denying that Pablo and the Necronomicon have a connection. We definitely explore that hardcore this season.
Yeah, Pablo, you guys are going to have quite a journey with Pablo this year. It's amazing. It's really good. And this one, he did not quit. I mean, unbelievable.
Ray, how are you with the blood? Because they don't waste any time covering you in anything.
You know what's so funny is everybody always asks, were you a fan of the franchise, and how are you with the blood? How are you with the blood? And I don't know if it's just that I've become so desensitized, but I'm I'm good, man. It comes with the gig. If you were, working with Sarah Paulson, you would have to cry. You know what I mean? If you're on Ash vs. Evil Dead, you're going to be covered in blood. So just, you know what I mean? It comes with the territory. I love it. I mean, do I love... It does get really sticky. And there was in episode 1, Rick, the director, tried to waterboard me with blood when that Deadite was on top of me, and I called her a fucking skank. And that was improv because I was I couldn't breathe, I couldn't see. So you learn to make it work and embrace it because the blood is a character on the show and it's our friend.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lucy says it tastes much better now than it did 20
It's
years
different.
ago.
It's evolved. It's evolved.
That's what she
so
said.
much.
That's what she said.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.